I was probably 7. I was sliding down a hill going in the street, and they told me it was clear, but here came a car. And I go under the car, and this is so vivid. And I fell off the sled, but the sled was here, the wheels, and me. And it kept me from getting run over. But I can remember when this guy from the locker plant that was there came out and pulled me out. Oh, both legs are broken. So they ended up, all I had was some bruised and cracked ribs, so they put tape around. But I wouldn't walk for a week because he said I couldn't walk anymore. I remember looking out my window. My mother was in the restaurant, and she looked at me, and there I was standing up, crying because I could walk again. Somebody was watching over me. Grandpa Mackey was really interesting. My parents came to rescue people because my Grandpa Mackey and his wife were rescue people, and that's how my parents got in it. He was in the Spanish-American War, and he went to the Philippines. But the interesting about his history, he came to Iowa on an orphan train. I really loved this guy. He had a real impression on my life. Him and his wife would work for my parents. She did 15 pies a day, 20 on the weekend, from scratch. Never had a recipe. He would peel everything, the potatoes and the apples, everything that was needed, and he'd get done before noon. And I can remember he says, Larry, when I get done, we're going down the Pike Run, and I'm going to teach you how to fish. So we went down to fish, and we did a lot of fishing. That was so neat. And I wanted to be a trumpet player. That's what I wanted to do grow up. I started in 3rd grade on a little cornet. Then I went in the school system. By the time I was in 7th grade, I was in the high school band. We never had dance band in those days, but I remember I formed a group called Larry Hintz and his Ranch Hands. And there was a drummer, accordion player, and a saxophone and me. And we played cowboy music. And I remember singing, "You're cheating hard." And that was, then I went into the college. We played everything from Dixieland, Basin Street Blues, and swing. And I remember playing Apple Blossom White, Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White at the Hawk Ballroom. It's now a lumber yard, but it was quite a dance. It was for the college there. And I just met my wife to be, and she came dancing by, and did I blow that solo? She came from UNI to Iowa and majored in piano, and I was in the band there at the University of Iowa. And she had a friend named Frankie. She had some friends coming down from UNI, so she needed a couple blind dates for him. So this one guy said, "Would you do it?" And, "Sure." Well, it snowed really bad. So Marcia, who I knew who she was, she knew who I was, but she came up and in the music lounge said, "They can't come because of the snow." I said, "Okay." And next day I saw her and I said, "How would you like to go tobogganing?" She said, "Sure." And so we met that night. We went tobogganing, and I remember she got a cut on her leg, and I got a nice Band-Aid for her. And then we went over to some friends of ours. Things hit off, and it was love at first sight for me. I became a school teacher in music, taught 4 years of elementary, then went into high school. then the last 2 years I went back to junior high. One thing that a man really kind of forgets about zipping up. Can you imagine up there directing the band? But it was, and here I thought he didn't zip it up, but it broke. So that was embarrassing.